Ladies and gentlemen, and those of unspecified gender, this is Real Honesty without John Ritland. I am not John Ritland, I am the Derbinator. Hello. And boy, howdy, that was a hell of a setup on NXT. We had 3 great matches tonight. 2 really good matches. One for the NXT Tag Team Championship with Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish versus Killian Dane and Eric Young of Sanity. And then after that, we had a match to determine the Fatal 4-Way, or the last entry for the Fatal 4-Way, and that was between Strong Lars Sullivan versus Roderick Strong. Which I'll get into details. And then after that, we had, of course, the main event, which was Tyler Bate versus Pete Dunn, the Bruiserweight. Well, let's start off on the first match, shall we? Killian Dane and Eric Young of Sanity make a very interesting duo. They seem a little mismatched, but at the same time, the theme of the stable fits perfectly well with them. Eric Young focusing on using veteran maneuvers against fellow veteran Bobby Fish and against Kyle O'Reilly. It seemed like, although it got off to a strong start, it took quite a bit to get past the whole Eric Young getting beaten by everybody else until he could finally tag Killian Dane. Honestly, if I were him, I would have been tagged out with Killian Dane to begin with. But alas, this is wrestling. There's a lot to say of this match. It does show what the Undisputed Era has to offer. I wasn't expecting the Full Sail crowd to be as quiet as they were, but then again, there's a lot less people than the usual WWE show. Double E, if you're Kurt Angle. So, in the end, well, I should say, midway through the match, we got an interjection from Adam Cole, who decided to interfere by attacking Eric Young. The combination of interference in this match shows kind of how the heelish nature of the Undisputed Era. And then afterwards, Nikki Cross interfered, and then for some reason, she was dragged out because she is a threat to Adam Cole. Baby. Oh. So I gotta say, yeah, in the end, after wailing on Eric Young long enough and Killian Dane getting distracted by Adam Cole, the Undisputed Era did win the Tag Team Championship. It was a great match. I think it could have been cut down a little bit. Eric Young didn't need to get beat on for that long of a time. So, there's that. And then there's Roderick Strong versus the super mutant known as Lars Sullivan. And I could just sum it up with... Hold on, let's see. You are not strong. Strong is strong. Lars Sullivan, beat beauty human. That was essentially it. Roderick Strong did get in some good offense, but we all know who was going to win. You could tell by the way that the commentators were talking, it was going to be Lars Sullivan. And I think the big thing behind that is to give him a decent matchup against Killian Dane, so that the two of them can take each other out. And Aleister Black to go for the number 1 contender for the about to fight Cien Almas. But we'll see. I'll save my NXT predictions for later when I get more of a handle on NXT. Isn't it ironic that NXT is developmental and I'm trying to develop my own voice on here? And then, the final match occurred between Tyler Bate and Pete Dunn. Again, for the 50th time, for the last time. Maybe not the last time, but there will be one more. Yeah. It was a very long match, and it was a very good match. No, good's an understatement. It was a very great match. Sounds weird. It was a terrific match. I could watch them wrestle all day and not get bored. I probably have other things to do, so that'd be a little bit difficult. But I'll go ahead and watch it. But anyway, Tyler Bate, absolute animal. Just so young and that powerful. It was a joy watching them from starting from just basic groundwork to going into strategy, and then all of a sudden it just became a brawl. They went through every layer of what wrestling could be in a single match, and I gotta say, if that is just a taste of what they can do, when the time comes that they move up to the main roster, they're gonna blow everything out of the water. So, in the end, Tyler Bate, he didn't win, which was unfortunate. Pete Dunn did an absolutely excellent job as well. He worked him and dislocated his fingers. Tyler Bates' fingers, that is. It didn't really happen. But it was a terrific match. It went on for a long time, but it didn't feel like it was dragging on. So, in the end, Pete Dunne walks away the champion. And, well, there we go. NXT in the end, I'm going to have to say, gets an A- from me. The only thing that really dragged it down was just at the beginning. It was that first tag team match was just, it did drag along on certain parts and just kind of avoided it becoming perfect. But I gotta say, I'm really enjoying NXT, and tune in next week as I review why Adam Cole is popular for some reason. I don't know. Tune in next week. I'll be here. Probably. Most likely. I don't know. I'm not your personal servant. Goodbye.